Like your body's in the room, but you're not really there. Like you have empathy inside, but you don't really care. Like you're fresh out of love, but it's been in the air. My best repair. A little bit tired of trying to care when I don't. A little bit tired of quick repairs to cold. A little bit tired of sinking. There's water in my boat. I'm barely breathing, trying to see your float.
Hello all my beautiful, wonderful people, and welcome back to the second to last day of LexMas. Today we are doing my Photocard flip through. I did not film this video. Yeah, today is the second to last video. I did not pre-film this like I said I was going to, so I'm gonna be editing a lot before we drink and play games tonight. And I'm gonna have to film tomorrow's video in advance because if I've learned anything from LexMas, if I drink the night before, nothing happens the next day. But today we're doing my complete Photocard flip through. I gave a little spoiler in my sorting photocards video if you saw it, but I will mention the little giveaway, the mini giveaway we're gonna do here. I'm saying it's a mini giveaway because I'm technically not buying anything new, but essentially, if you watch this video and you watch it all the way through, please don't cheat and like skip to the end and like find out the answer. Don't be one of those people. For the giveaway, what I'm gonna do in this video is, as I flip through everything, in the editing, I'm going to count each of my photo cards and keep a tracker on the screen. So at this point, like maybe add a timestamp to your comment or something. At this point, I would say go ahead and guess how many photo cards you think I have in my collection currently. And the 5 people that guess like either exactly or like closest to that will get to pick 5 photo cards from my collection that I'm like trading or selling, because I have a lot of cards that I still need to get rid of, and I thought it would be a fun way to like kind of start off the new year and give back to everybody that's been watching LexMas. So yeah, and since it's going to be 2025, I thought 5 people would be fun. Yeah, without further ado, I guess we should get into it. So this is my little mini collect book collection that I've started. I really like these Sanrio collect books. I think they're very cute. So I started a collection of them. And so I've started collections to go in them. That's not really what you're supposed to do. You're not really supposed to buy binders to start collections. You're supposed to get binders to house your collections, I feel like. But you know, pish posh, same thing. Not really. The one that is most full, as you can see, is this one, is the Pochacco one. The Hello Kitty one also has some things in it, not a lot. And the cinnamon roll is my newest one. I haven't really started on what I wanted to do in here yet. There's a little bit in here, so I guess we'll start with this one, because there's literally, what I want to do with this one is I want to turn this into a boy group bias binder. What is her name? What is her channel name? I love her videos. She doesn't post super often anymore. Eve Everlasting, I think, is her channel name. I will have to look it up to make double sure. But she does this. She has this little collect book that she keeps, and she puts it in alphabetical order, and she gets one card basically from each of her biases from those groups. And I think it would be really fun because sometimes I want to do like little photos on my Instagram or carry around their photo card, but I don't want to have like full committed collections for them. So I thought that would be really fun, especially with my boy groups. Like I like a lot of boy groups and I have a lot of boy group biases, but I don't necessarily want to collect for them. So this is kind of my way of letting myself have something from them without trying to go too crazy. But right now what we have is my EXO bias, which is Dio. No, I'm just kidding. Dio. I got this one off of Pokemarket because it was really pretty and it was $1, and I've seen XOLs have this card, like this set of cards, and I think this set of cards is one of my favorite. I think it's a season's greeting thing that they did. I don't know, I just think it's really pretty. So when I saw that Dio's was $1, I was really excited and I got it. If you don't know, Taehyun is my TXT bias. I love this man so much, but I don't collect TXT because mom collects TXT. Mom bought a whole bunch of extra copies of the Lovers album to get the Target cards because she really liked the Target cards. I mean, who doesn't? Like, look at that Taehyun. And she pulled so many dupes of this that I was like, can I just have one of them? And so she did give me one. This is, well, okay, this is not just my shiny bias. I am double biased in shiny. Shiny is a group that I've always been double biased in. Yeah, so my biases are Onu and Junghyun. I do have like a mini Junghyun collection. I just haven't put it in here yet. I used to collect shiny, and so I kept all my Junghyun cards from then, but I did sell all my Onu cards, and I never actually had any of the cards from Odd Era. This was my first one. It was kind of expensive for a card that was just going in a little mini collect book, but this was like my first comeback with shiny, and I always wanted a card from it. This album, I just have very good memories associated with it from high school, because when this album came out, we would like sit in the courtyard area, and one of my friends would always bring a speaker to lunch, and we like played this album at lunch for like a month straight, because it was like all of our favorite like comeback that year. So yeah, it just has very good memories with me for it. And in the future, I will put my Junghyun collection back here. And the only other thing back here is my Shy Photocard collection. This is my, but yeah, here is my little mini Shy Photocard collection. This will not go towards the cow, but we love Shy. We'll do the next smallest collect book. So this is my Hello Kitty or my Ailey collect book. So Ailey doesn't have a lot of photo cards, but I do try to collect all of them. She is one of my main top biases in K-pop. I love this woman so much. She's been one of my favorites from day one. She didn't have photo cards until Butterfly Era, which is like the middle of her career. So here is a Butterfly card. This is the one I pulled in my album. I think I bought the other two. And I recently bought this I Am card. I Am didn't have any photo cards itself, but she did a Make Star thing with them, and the Make Star album came with this card, and I saw somebody reselling it on Mercari Japan. It was a little bit expensive, but it's Ailey, and to find somebody selling her cards at all is like kind of a miracle, so I just kind of bought it. But I'm pretty sure that's the only card that she has for I Am, so that's pretty cool that I have it. And I did finish 11. I have her complete set for 11, but it was literally only two cards, and I bought 2 copies of the album, and I was ever so lucky enough to pull the 2 version cards I needed from the 2 albums I bought. So we have the book version, and we have this one with the flowers, and then we have her I'm Amy album. So this is the 1 card I have from that. I think there are 3 in total. I only have 1. This is my pull for my album. And then her most recent is her Ratata album. And I've bought 2 copies of this, and I'm almost done. I think I need 1 more selfie. She had 3 selfies and 2 concept cards. So here are her 2 selfies that I've pulled. And these are the 2 concept cards that I have. And yep, that's my little mini Ailey collection. Love her so much. And then we go into my Pochacco binder, which is the biggest and almost most full of my mini binders. This is where I put my other IZ*ONE members. If you don't know, I love and adore IZ*ONE, but I decided to make the executive decision to only collect 1 member of IZ*ONE after much back and forth, but I didn't want to get rid of everything, so I've essentially made this little collect book. Plus this was one of my old business cards. I don't really make business cards anymore, but I thought this one was really cute, and it's IZ*ONE because it's Yuri, so we put it here. But yeah, so I essentially made this collect book to house all of my like really cute IZ*ONE cards that I have that I was not quite ready to get rid of or to part with. And kind of my theory is, if there's any other photo cards from IZ*ONE members that I really like, it has to go in here, and if this ever gets full, I have to exchange a card. So like if it gets full and I want to add a card in here, I have to get rid of, like, say maybe this Minju or something to change it out. But yeah, so this is what I have so far. It is already pretty close to being full. I have a lot of these. I still think I want to maybe try to collect all of these at some point, because I do have a decent amount of them. 1, 2, 3, 4, and I have 5, and I have Yuri's, which is 6. So I'll literally have half of IZ*ONE for that already. So maybe one day. I know at least I would really like to get it. If nothing else, I would really like to get Nako's. Nako's the 1 member. Nako and Chaeyeon are the 2 members that... Nako, Chaeyeon, and Minju are the 2 members that like tempt me the most in like picking back up. I haven't decided to do that. I'm trying not to do that, but yeah, this is kind of what I have. We have a lot of really pretty MV. I actually found a sealed copy of the Eyes on Me concert Blu-ray disc, and Haewon was my pull, so she is never gonna leave me. And these are some of my old business cards. So we have this Downwon one, we have a Jonghyun and Chewy, we have an Ailey, a Vivi and Yojin, and then a Hyun and Kai. And that is all for the collect books. Now we'll go back into the bigger binders. But I think I might have edited this so you wouldn't have saw that I messed up. So we're gonna start with this binder first. This is my Ha Sung-woon binder, plus my random collections and what's going to be the start of my theme collections. So we start off with Ha Sung-woon, and I kind of collect him thoroughly. My goal for most of my groups is always to collect all the album cards. Sung-woon is really hard, but I did add some things in this binder this year, all in the back. So I was missing some cards for his like later albums. Basically everything here is new. So I added some more Urban Nostalgia cards, which is my favorite album from him. There are 40 of these cards, and you only got one in each of the albums, or each one in a copy of the album, because there's actually only one version. He normally has 2 versions, but from this era, actually no, that's not true, because Strange World. This era, for whatever reason, was random, and he only did one version of the album, but you only got one photo card out of 40, so this is very slow progress. This is the album I think I want to finish the most because it's my favorite. I would be so happy if one day I could complete all these. But these are also new. These are his Strange World PCs. I wanted to get those because he had his first comeback and just got out of the military this year. And I have Blessed, which was his release from this year, post-military. And these are just the backs of those cards on the front because they were double-sided, so I just wanted to see the backs for a little bit. Here's what I have from his 101 days. I was not a 101 fan. I did not really stand 101, but I love Ha Sung-woon, and at the time when I first started collecting them, everybody was like practically like getting rid of all their 101 cards. So these were really easy to find. I think I have most of his album cards from his 101 era. I think there are a couple I'm missing, but they're really not high priority. I get them if I find them. Sometimes people, when I buy Sung-woon cards, will just like gift me or like add to my order some of these. So that's where some of those came from too. But that is my Sung-woon collection. You know, I was just thinking about it. We probably should have started with the collect books. We'll go back to the collect books later. In editing, I might change this. We might go smallest to biggest. I just thought about those. I forgot about those. Next, we'll do my themed collections. Or we get into the themed collections. And this is my winter/Christmas themed card collection. I decided to do this very recently. You actually saw me set up for it on my channel during LexMas, and I'm very excited about it. I think it's so cute. Especially this first page, I think is my favorite so far. So we just have some of these NMIX cards from when I used to collect NMIX. We have this one Lewa card. And I do want to collect these 2 sets from Merry and Happy. Important and nostalgic album for me. I really like it. And these ones, they're all just wearing like sweaters or hats, and they felt very wintry to me, so that's why I kept them back here. And this is kind of like my miscellaneous section. This one kind of correlates to cards from like concerts I've gone to, where I kind of got these cards from that and I wanted to keep them because it reminded me of the concert. So here's the twice light stick photo card set that you got. My lucky draw pull from TXT. I actually think I had a trade for this. I think I pulled Hyun and Kai, who was my second bias, but I think I gave that one to Mom. And I think I pulled Youngjun or Subin. I don't remember who I pulled. It wasn't Subin because Mom had to trade for Subin. And if I pulled Subin, I would have given it to Mom. And so it must have been Youngjun. And I traded that for Taehyun because I wanted one in my collection. And then these are the ace cards from this recent concert that we went to, me and Mom did. And these are my Luna cards from when I saw Luna. JJCC cards from my first ever K-pop concert. These, well, I guess these aren't cards. These are the Polaroid, like, snapshot things. I haven't done a concert since that did these. But this is baby Lexi. That's 18-year-old Lexi. And then the Legend, one of my old groups. These are cards from them. Sandal, Stay As You Are, his first mini album, which is one of my favorite K-pop albums ever. Those are the cards from that. And then this random Yuna from Bugaboo. And then my Bugaboo collection cries. I will never be over how dirty we were done for Bugaboo. But yeah, so that's kind of like this miscellaneous little binder. That's the best way to kind of like categorize this binder. But this is my Gugudon binder. We actually have had some progress in here. We've added some things to this binder, which is kind of crazy. I can't believe I'm still able to add Gugudon cards in the year 2024. But in terms of my normal Korean album collection for Gugudon, it is all done. It has been done since 2022, I think I finished it. It was when I first got back into collecting. I think I finished it officially. I do kind of want to get an extra one of the group cards. I don't think I care which one, but I feel like there needs to be an extra one here because it just feels so empty. So my Korean album collection, including units, is done. Gugudon is done, so IOI era things are done. The only thing that's no longer done is Sejong Solo, and that's because I still haven't finished Door yet. I didn't find any Door PCs this year for good prices. So like I have Plant done. I've had Plant done since Plant came out, honestly. I finished I Am in 2022 when I finished my Gugudon collection as a whole. And here's what I have for Door. I'm still missing, I think, 4 cards for each of the versions, something like that. It's a little upsetting, but it's okay. We'll get it done again. We'll get caught back up with Gugudon. And I mean, it's not like Sejong makes comebacks that often. It shouldn't be that big of a deal. Then here is my kind of like extra Gugudon page. We have Haben Singapore PC, her puzzle PC, and the IOA cards that I mentioned earlier. And then here are some group and unit cards that I have. And then I am trying to collect their timetables PCs. This is very slow. It's really hard to find anything Gugudon, and especially people selling Gugudon. So it's really hard to find these cards. So I'm happy I have 2. Hopefully we can add some more. Same with these. These Senmina trading cards are really hard to find. I at least have Sejong's if nothing else. Hopefully one day I can find the Nan and Mina. This is the one card I added this year. I was able to add this Mimi, which makes me really excited. I think I'm going to change this in the new year and just put everything together and, you know, not leave any of these empty spaces, because seeing the empty spaces kind of makes me sad. I do check for these a decent amount because I really do like these, but they're just, again, hard to find. I've tried buying 3 of them before off of Mercari Japan, and those 3, like this Mimi is the only one that's gone through. The other 3 that I've tried have been canceled for various reasons, like either the seller didn't contact them back, or like Mercari thinks, I think that's fireworks. It's 2:30 in the afternoon. It's still light out. Okay, well, y'all are gonna get firework ambiance in the back of this video. I can't do anything about that. Yeah. Also, I will not be collecting these like larger inclusion things towards the photo card count because they're not photo cards. They're larger inclusions, but they are something that I have and something that I do care about one day, maybe, hopefully, being able to complete for Gugudon. I at least want one for each of the members. That hasn't happened yet because Sejong is my problem child. She's always my problem child. But I also don't think I have any for Hana and Sohee either, so there's some other members that I also need. Okay, so this is my newest collection. That was kind of loud. This is my newest collection in my collection. Yeah. It is not Kim Lip, contrary to what these postcards may say. It is Daewon from SF9. I did a whole video on my lore behind SF9. I'm very excited because I literally just started this on how my progress has gone, or is going, I guess, for this. I'm really excited about this collection and to see what happens to it in the new year. I kind of have a sneaky little goal. I guess as we flip through this, we should talk about it. My 2025 goals. I think one of my 2025 goals especially is going to be for this collection in particular. I want to try I'm not gonna hold myself to it. I'm not gonna be mad at myself if I don't do it. But I think I want to try to finish all of, if not most of, his album cards before he comes back in July. So the first 2 quarters of the year, I think I want to really focus on just getting as many of his album cards as I can. I think that would be really nice, and it would feel good because that would mean I'm basically like ready when he comes back from the military. I mean, I'm already ready for him to come back and to like make music with SF9, but even more ready in terms of my collection. These are some non-album miscellaneous things that I have. They're not in any particular order. I just kind of threw them back here because I really didn't know how I wanted to do it. But yeah, that is all for the SF9 binder. Like I said, it's not super big. It's pretty small at the moment. She will become mightier. Okay, now it is time to get into the 3 collections I feel like my channel is most known for. Upside down and backwards. Okay, there we go. We're gonna kind of do them in the order that I think I have the most for. The hardest part about having 12 pocket binders is making sure they're in frame when I film. See, so yeah, my 3 main collections. We're gonna start with my Yuri binder. I love Miss Yuri with my entire heart. She was my first pick, my main pick on Produce 48. And she is the only time I've ever watched a survival show and my top pick has made it in to the group. The only time. And therefore, I'm super attached. I also just love her. But I have her collection set up in chronological order. Basically everything for Eyes One era, minus broadcasts, merch stuff, trading cards, everything is set up for minus broadcast cards. I think I have a couple broadcast cards, yeah, set up for. Specifically, I think just the Le'Veon Rose ones, because those are like my favorite of her broadcast cards. I would really like to get those one day. They're super expensive, so I don't know when or actually if I will get them. We can dream. Dream with me, guys. But yeah, that is fully set up for in here. And I've been working on definitely her like Eyes One and her. I've just been working on her since I came back into collecting in 2022 when I started collecting again. And I feel like I've made a lot of progress. I'm still missing this one album card. That was one of my goals for this year, was to finish her entire Eyes One set, at least buy everything before the end of the year. And this is the only card I need, is the Sync-In message card. Oh, it's so frustrating, but it's okay. In terms of like other things, I'm doing good. Like we have a lot of almost completed pocket pages, especially in like the earlier era part of Eyes One. So when we get to like the latter half, that I have a little bit less, but I still think it looks really, really good. And then it goes right into her solo debut with Glassy. And I have all of her pops set up for officially now. So again, it's a low priority, but it's something that I'm working on slowly and with time. I just really like working on this collection. It's really fun. And I just think her cards are really pretty. Again, this is the only like set up broadcast or like debut showcase things, because this was during COVID, so it didn't actually have like broadcast cards. I really like them. They're like one of the only cards from all of Glassy era in that outfit, and one of them she's holding an umbrella, and there's something about idols holding umbrellas in their photo cards that I just really like. So I really want that like set of cards. I've only seen them being sold once on Poke Market, and they like sold out immediately, so it's gonna be a while until I get them, but hopefully one day. And then we go into Waltz in Major, or this is Love Sha. So I have all of her album cards, and then we go into her pops, which I don't have that much for everything like past Glassy. Like I have a mix. This is one of my favorite sets of hers from Waltz in Major, maybe one of my favorite sets in general. And then we have, starting here, Waltz in Minor, all of her album cards, and then a speckling of pops here and there as I've found them and I've gotten them. And Waltz in Minor, I think, is the one that I'm like missing the most for, because this like still goes into Waltz in Minor. And Love All starts here, and this is the only album other than the one Eyes One era album card that I'm missing, where I'm still missing album cards from her, and they're all from the photo book version, like the photo book versions of the album. This was the first era she did like a lot of cards. I think we had our normal 6 for the jewel case, and then there were like 6 first press specific print photos only, and then each of the photo books had 12 cards each, I think, so for the push and pull version. And then I think actually right here it starts perfectly on the next page is where all her pops for this era are. And again, we just started setting up for this. We just started working on all of the pops. She has a lot less when you reach Love All. Glassy and Love All have the least amount of pops. Waltz in Major has like a medium amount of pops, and then Waltz in Minor has a shit ton. She went crazy for Waltz in Minor, and it's a little crazy, or I guess a little ridiculous. I don't know what I'm trying to say there. But this is her first season's greetings. I think this one is the set of cards that came in the season's greetings, and this is the pop set. This is the only Glassy fan club card I have. There are more. This is from her trading card set from her first fan con. These are the 3 light stick cards that I have from her, and this is her season's greetings for this year. She has not released one for 2024, and so at this point I just guess we're not gonna get one, and that makes me a little sad, I won't lie to you guys. But yeah, that is my little merch section for Yuri. Again, merch is not really a priority for me. I just kind of get it when I get it, if I care about it, if I want it, if it was cheap, if like, a lot of the times I get it if I'm like buying a lot of stuff from a seller, and they like are like, oh, since you're getting a lot of stuff from me, like sometimes they'll be like, if you get some more things, like, you know, the cards will be discounted a little bit, so then I add on a couple things. Or if somebody does a deal where like if you buy X amount of cards you get free shipping, I'll add on one of those, things like that. But yeah, so that's my Jo Yuri binder. I love her so much. I feel like she is a passion project, a love project, and I think she's turned out pretty good this year. Let's do Ateez next, and I guess we'll end off on Purple Kiss. So for Ateez, I technically have 2 Ateez binders. So this is kind of like my other Ateez binder. So in here we have, first it starts off with my Torpecies from this year with their light stick group card in the middle, because I just think it looks really cute. And this is where I'm going to collect Yeosang and Mingi's ID cards from merch and things that I get. And I put another group card. This one's from Golden Hour Part 2. It was a pre-order benefit for getting this set, the whole set, like off of their official app. But I'm just going to put the IDs over here because I think that will look cute. And then we have my Yeosang and Mingi card sections where I don't have the equivalent Mingi to Yeosang or Yeosang to Mingi, whichever way. So I only have one of the 2 members I collect fully. I put fully in loose terms for those cards. So this is my little Yeosangi collection or section. He's grown a lot, and I love the way he looks so much. I think he's so cute. And here's some more on the back. I think Ateez cards are just some of the best cards ever. They're just so cute. They're so great. If I had to pick one of my favorites from this section for Yeosang, oh, why would I do this to myself? I think one of my newest favorite additions has to be this one, but I also really like this one. But I don't know, there's something about Outlaw Yeosang that I just love a lot, and this one, it just screams like emo Yeosang, and I love it. I love my Cutie Bear Yeosang too, obviously, but like something about this emo version of him in this card, I'm really vibing with. And then this is my Mingi section. My Mingi section is bigger. I've technically been collecting Mingi longer than Yeosang in terms of all the extra stuff, so I have a decent amount for Mingi. Over here, I love it. I think it's so cute. And actually this card, this is going to be the last time you guys see it, so enjoy it. I'm trading it with Shy for a different group card and some other stuff. But this is my other member section where I have all of their cards for, because I do plan on collecting OT8 again. If you're familiar with my channel, I've collected OT8 before, but I kind of have temporarily put that on hold to kind of work up my Yeosang Mingi collection and to take it a little bit more slowly, a little bit more casually, because they do have a lot of cards. They have a lot of cards, but I do think it's doable to collect them. I just have to take it a little bit slower. So these are the things that I basically already have OTs, the other 6 members for. And so I just wanted to keep them all together and make it look nice and pretty. I do want to collect a full set of this. This is kind of a low back burner priority thing. I just work on it from time to time. But yeah, I do have the Jungho though. And he's a cutie bear. Love him. This is a recent addition. I think this might be my favorite thing in this section that's like new that I've added. I love these cards so much. I'm so happy to have them. Just grr. Also, this Jungho is so cute. This is getting into like more of the newer things that I got this year and collected. Love. And I went ahead and set up for these things too from the newest era, just because I knew I was going to eventually want them. And I thought because they were from the newest era, it wouldn't be too bad. It doesn't really like stress me out because it's only these. It's not like I have these and OT8 set up for the album cards. Like, it's just these, and like I already have these coming in. And I finally have a Sonny. Sonny hated me this era. I'm so happy to have him. I just need to find the Jungho for this. And I haven't even started looking for these 2 yet, but that will be a priority at some other point. And then these are some extra Ateez cards that I have. And then these are the image picket cards. I leave these back here just because I think it's a good place for them. And I will eventually finish these also. But yeah, so that's kind of like my extra Ateez shenanigans and stuff. So this is my other part of my Ateez collection. It is honestly my pride and joy for my Ateez collection right now. I'm pretty happy with her. This was a recent decision to move Yeosang and Mingi in here and to put them in these matching pairs like this. But I think it turned out really nice, you know, minus the fact that a lot of it's still empty. That's not my problem. It's 2025 Lexi's problem. Anyway, here's another one of my goals for 2025. I want to finish Fever Part 1 for Yeosang and Mingi so bad. That is one of my main goals for next year. Fever Part 1 is my favorite Ateez album, and I want to finish it. I love the cards from it so much. I have these 2 Yeosang. I just need the rest. I can do it. And I feel like these 2 should hopefully not be hard. These are the diary cards are the ones that are like on the white paper with like the sentence in the middle, if you don't know. So it's not even like an image of the boys. It's literally a sheet of paper. So theoretically, it shouldn't be hard, right? But for the earlier eras, I mainly have Yeosang. And then we have these beautiful editions from Christmas. And then once we hit the world is kind of when I have more stuff for both of them. This is another one of my goals for next year. So currently we're at 3 goals for 2025. And that is I want to finish my spin-off collection. Spin-off is my favorite title track. It is the reason I got into Ateez. So I really want to like buckle down and get her done. This blanket card for Mingi is going to be a pain, I feel like. I think the cheapest I've seen it is 15, and when it's 15 it sells pretty quickly. So, but again, that's a problem for 2025 Lexi, not 2024 Lexi. Even though 2025 is a matter of hours away, but that's not the point. And then we have Outlaw, which there's no goal for Outlaw. She's just here. She has a lot of cards. We just work on her as I have the motivation to. But we get into our first like spread. This is almost a complete spread, like a complete 24 page. I just need this one last Mingi QR card. In the cowboy concept, which apparently everybody loved that concept for Mingi, except for me. I don't really like cowboy concepts. Fight me. So I do need that Mingi. And then here's when I became an 18-y. I became an 18-y at this, like right before Crazy Form happened. I didn't pre-order any albums, but that quickly changed the next era. But I'm almost done with Crazy Form. I'm just missing Digipack and Pochacco album cards for them. because I need the US press for both of them, and then I have Mingi's Korean press, and then I need some of Mingi's polka version still, but I only need 2 Yeosong, so maybe that should be a goal in the new year, because there's not that much that I need to finish that. And then here we get into some of the pobs that I have doubles for both of them, and some merch things that I have double for both of them. And so if I don't have both of them for it, it does not go in this binder. It only goes in the binder if it's an album card or if I have both of them for it. And then we go into Golden Hour Part 1. And if you watched my recent sorting video, this is where my phone died on me. And you guys didn't get to see this section, but now you guys do get to see this section. So we have Golden Hour Part 1. And with the photo book, I'm only missing 1 Yeosong. I'm missing a lot of the digipacks. I feel like that's a common theme for a lot of 18 this year. The digipacks were just so unnecessarily difficult to collect this time around. My Poca platforms are getting closer to being done. And then here's where we go into our exclusives. I know there's no Mingi here, and this is an exclusive, but I have him coming in, so I just went ahead and set up for him. So that way when I get him, he can just be popped in. Here are my pobs. This Yeosong is one of my favorites that I added this year. He's so cute. Like, why is he holding the rabbit like that? I don't know, but I love him for it. And then here are some more of my pobs for Golden Hour Part 1. And the units for where that came with some of the pobs. Some more merch for them. More merch. And then we start on Golden Hour Part 2. And again, Golden Hour Part 2 is not doing great. It's not doing horrible either. This is the most recent album. I'm not too worried about it. But that is what I have. My polls were decent, I would say, for the album. And then we get into my exclusives, and like, this is my Barnes & Noble, my Target, and these are something. And these are some other pobs that I got. And that is it for the, like, I have Yeosong and Mingi for it both. I should just, somebody called it the Minson binder, which would make sense because that's kind of like, you know, a clash of their names, and that's what I need to call it. So that's what I have for the Minson binder. And I love her. Love her so much. And last, but certainly not least in any capacity. Okay, but last but certainly not least in any capacity is Purple Kiss. I decided to leave Purple Kiss for last. One, because they are the group that I think I worked the hardest on, but also they're definitely the group that had the most progress this year. I have finished almost every album for Purple Kiss. I'm missing literally 1 headway card that I haven't paid for. Not all of my headway cards are in, but there's only 1 that I don't have coming in. Great. So that means I've basically finished their album cards almost twice this year, and I have made so much progress on all my POB, like OT POB sets that I want to collect, and I've done so much rearranging in this binder. This binder is now double sleeved with these really cute hollow sleeves that you guys usually can't see on camera, so I just sound crazy when I talk about them because they don't show up on camera. It makes me so sad. But yeah, my Purple Kiss collection makes me so happy. This is my Into Violet collection, so we have all the album cards, followed by a spread of OT6 POBs. One of my goals for this binder, which will be our 4th goal for 2025, is to finish 1 set of OT6 POBs for every era. That is one of my goals for this collection for next year. I'm very close with a lot of my eras, like for Into Violet, you would have saw that I'm missing 1 Yuki for one of my sets, and that will be done. For Hide and Seek, I'm only missing these 2 here. This is where another pop set will go. Some more pops will go here. And then we have Mem era. And here are all the completed albums. Cards are here, and then this set of POBs is here, and again, I only need 1 to finish it, so I do really think that will be a pretty easy and hopefully doable goal in the new year. I think Geeky Land might be the only one where I'm not. Oh wait, no, I already have some sets finished for Geeky Land. Actually, never mind. So Geeky Land's actually already done. I'm a liar, don't listen to me. But here are the photo book cards, And this is when we get into like the different types of albums for Perky. So we have all of the digipack cards. This was the hardest thing in my opinion to collect. Yuri's and the Cheyennes were my struggle point, but I got them in the end. But yeah, I do already have sets done for this era. So that era is already done technically. And Cabin Fever is done as a whole, minus a new thing that I want to do where I collect a 9 pocket at the very beginning of my favorite Swan card from the era. So yeah, that's a little like side goal I have. But here are all the album cards, or well, this isn't, these 3 are album cards for the one, I think I did the purple version first, and then a pop at the very bottom, and then the red version with a pop at the bottom. And then this is the polka and a pop at the bottom. This is another one of the cards that I'm like so excited that I got this year. Actually, both of these are. I was missing this Doji and this Ire for so long. It was the only 2 cards I needed for the longest time to finish Cabin Fever. They were just so difficult to find. And now that I have them, I see them everywhere. It's almost like the universe is like teasing me. It's like, oh, you needed those cards and you couldn't find them for a year. Now they're going to be everywhere and you don't need them. And I've seen them both for cheaper because I was just so desperate to get them that I've seen them for cheaper now too. And I'm just like, grr. But it's okay because it's done. And I think this might be my favorite page in my entire Purple Kiss collection. I just think this page turned out so nice. It looks so good. And then again, I'm not going to count larger inclusions towards our total at the end of the year, but I have started kind of working on larger inclusions for Perky. And this is what I have so far. And then we move into Festa. And this is the first time they did like a 3rd card for the albums. It used to be that they did everything in sets of 2, but since Festa, we've had like a 3rd card, one version of the album. For Festa in particular, it was for both versions, but since Festa, so for BXX and Headway, it's only been the 2 photo book cards, and then the 3rd spot has been empty. But the Polka still has 3 versions because you have the 2 selfies and then the QR type. And I have all of that, and these are the pobs I'm working on. I'm so sad to inform you guys that I was not able to finish this year. This year. I really wanted to, but I don't know what's going on with that go. And our GOM has not messaged us back about those cards, and I'm pretty upset about it, but it's okay. And then here is this Festa page. Here are the heart cards, which were our only larger inclusions for this era. And then we move into BXX, which I think in terms of I think BXX and Geeky Land are probably the ones that like are the roughest looking, like have the least amount of pause in my opinion. But again, at least all the album cards are done for everything. That was like my main goal for this year, was finishing all my Purple Kiss album cards, and I did it. And I even managed to do it before the comeback. I wasn't sure if I was going to be able to, but I did it. And this is my Lonely Swan Pop on this page. The larger inclusions here, I have all 6 of them. And then we get into Headway. So again, Headway's not done, but most of the cards are claimed. All of these cards from the photo book are claimed and coming in. And then this is the only card I still need for Headway. The rest of them are coming in. I have this beautiful swan. I'm so happy I have her. I also really like this swan. The Polka album cards I think are my favorite this time around. Usually I prefer the photo book cards, but I really like the selfies that they chose for the Polka version. My only pop set so far this era. And then this is just set up for some more pops. And then the unit cards from this era. And their larger Polaroids. That's all done. And then we go into my Perky merch section. So first it starts off with some group and unit cards. And then we go into their KCON Japan 2022. Yeah, that sounds right. Cards. I have been collecting these like separately because I have not, like I did not see a set of them, and I was kind of late for these, but these are the only 2 I need. I saw somebody recently selling Gaeun's set, and I've been thinking about buying the set, But then I don't know what I would do with the two extra cards. I don't know if they would resell very well, but I have seen it. These two dojis are coming. The person that I like was in a kind of like in doing a go with messaged me the other day that they arrived. So I'm so excited about that. And then we have their 2023 season's greetings. Their Japan Fan Con is here. Or no, this is RBW Con. Festa Tour, this year's season's greetings. This is saved for the 2025 season's greetings. And then we get into my Festa Japan trading cards. I don't have any of the selfies for this, but I've made decent progress on the Polaroids, which I love these Polaroids. Like, I've made decent progress. I would like to get at least one for the other set. I don't know why I don't have any for the other set, but maybe one day. This is a blank space. I don't know if I'm going to put something here yet. There's something that I want to put here, but it's kind of expensive, so I don't know if I'm going to do that. And then I have the Festa PC holder from Japan. And then we have these BXX Cafe cards, BXX Tour cards, and I decided recently to collect this set for the RBW Cafe. I kept going back and forth on it, and of course very late I decided to just go for it. So I have Swans already because I prioritized getting hers to begin with because she is my main bias in Perky. It used to be Gaeun, but I still have a really good Gaeun collection. I love adding to my Gaeun collection. One day I would like to have like all of Gaeun's cards, but it's a very low priority, obviously. I just kind of work on it here and there. But this section has all of her album cards and all her pubs. I'm very in love with the way this looks. I really like, I've come to find out, like having things like spread out as like this in as much of chronological order as I can, because you kind of just get to see the evolution of the idol and like their concepts and the aesthetics, and I just think it looks really nice. So we have Into Violet, from here to here is Into Violet, both album cards which were gifted to me by a friend, and then two pubs for Into Violet, and then we have Zombie, which is my like pride and joy. I love Zombie. I got into Purple Kiss between Zombie and Mem Mem, but mainly because of Zombie. And this starts my pubs for Gaeun for Zombie era. It's also a Zombie part. I have a lot of her Zombie pubs because, again, I love Zombie, and specifically Zombie Gaeun is my favorite. Like, that's kind of what made Gaeun my bias, was that era. And then I have her K-Con cards, her first season's greetings, and then we have Mem Mem here, and then her Mem Mem Pobs, which I have a lot of Mem Mem Pobs too. And then this is the Japan showcase card, and then we have Geeky Land, almost like Cabin Fever, which is the last era with Gaeun, and her album cards in here, and this is where her pops start. And then we just go into random sections for the other members. So these are some extra Gaeun pops that I have. I really like this section. It's kind of nice to just see what other things I've picked up along the way for the members. This is entirely new. This was not in my binders last year. Like, this entire section's new, so all these cards are new. I spent a lot of money on Purple Kiss. That's kind of just the rule of thumb usually. Then my Yuri page. I'm so happy about these two pickups this year. These are two of my favorite Yuri cards, so I'm very happy to have them. My little Yuki page. I feel like Yuki's is the saddest. I don't get a lot of extra Yuki cards. I feel like Yuki and Gaeun are two of the most popular members, so they're kind of hard to get. I only got Gaeun's because Rachel downsized her collection and she offered me her Perky cards first, and I was like, yes please. But then we have my extra Cheyenne page, and then we have my other Pride and Joy, my extra Swan section, and I think she's turned out really well for just starting to work on this year and getting extra stuff for Swan. I think it turned out really cute. You can kind of tell that's where it starts. Like, Festa forward is really where I started working on that. And yeah, so that is all the photo cards. And then I have some of their larger inclusions back here. I just have them back here for now until I can get proper pages, or like I have the time, energy, brainwidth to actually work on getting these stored nicer, but for now they're just kind of all back here. But yeah, that was it. That was my last binder. That felt pretty painless and a lot quicker than it has been in years past, but I really narrowed down my collection this year. I do think it's a little small in terms of groups I collect, and I do think there's a couple of groups that I would like to pick up in the new year, but that will be a new year thing. For now, I'm very happy. I'm very excited. This binder is busting. But yeah, so leave your guess below. I'm gonna leave my guess now. I'm gonna say, I don't know, I don't feel like I have that many cards. Okay, I'm gonna go with 1,000. I'm gonna say we're like at an even, basically 1,000.
If not, 800.
800, do you think 800? Between 800 and 1,000? That's a large room for error. It's a large margin of error. So that's my final vote. When I edit this, I guess I will be either surprised or like, oh, I do know what I buy. But yeah, I definitely already know of like 2 collections that I'm going to be, 2, 3-ish collections I'm going to be starting in the new year. Yeah, that's it. Okay, we'll see you guys tomorrow for the last day of LexMas. It's kind of bittersweet, honestly, but I love you guys, and until tomorrow, I hope you guys stay happy, stay healthy, and keep collecting. Bye, guys.